Today we are in Germantown, Ohio at Germantown Union Cemetery. Thought we'd do a little interesting tidbit on what they call Zinkies. Zinkies are white bronze. They were made by the Monumental Bronze Company. They were out of Connecticut. They stopped making them around World War I, around 1914. The federal government took control of the factory or company that made these headstones. They needed the metal for the war to make gun mounts. They were a cheaper alternative to granite, and how they made them was it was metal treated with linseed oil and high pressure, and it caused a bluing. These stand out in a cemetery. I mean, you can see that, like this one here is like a bluish color. The funny thing is these were sold by door-to-door salesmen. They would come to your home and they would show you a catalog, and you could pretty much pick out whatever you wanted on them. I mean, there's little tiny ones. From what I researched, some of them you only paid $2 for. If you got to the bigger ones, which this one is very big. I don't know how tall you would say that is, but I'm 5 foot and it's way taller than me. Of course, that don't say much. The interesting thing about these things is they had screws in them, and you could change the nameplate on them. You could buy one big enough that it had 4 panels. You could buy it for the whole family, and you just didn't put the panel on there until they were gone. Inside of them, they're hollow. You could actually pick all the different designs from the catalog and put whatever designs you wanted on them. They go, I mean, it was from simple to extravagant. And you always know that it's a Zinky because you can knock on it like metal. During Prohibition, the bootleggers would take these metal plates off and they would hide their liquor in them. And then somebody would come to the cemetery and pick up the liquor, put the money in there, and put the plate back on it. And that's how they would sneak and get liquor from county to county. When the war was over, the company went bankrupt in 1939. I mean, the government kind of shut them down, said, you're going to make gun mounts and do bluing for us, and you're going to help the military. And they did this, and then after the war, the government said, thanks for your service, and they went out of business. These are found mainly in really old cemeteries. They don't make them anymore. It's kind of a shame that they don't, because these are from the 1800s, and they look better than the granite ones that we see today. They stay clean. They don't get moss or anything growing on them. They're clear. You can read them, and some of them are quite beautiful. Well, there's today's lesson on Zinkies. I call them tingers because they got that tingy sound to them, but they're pretty cool. You go to a cemetery, you never pay much mind to them. But now that you've seen one, you'll never miss one in a cemetery again. Well, there's today's history lesson, guys. Have a good day.